We did it, guys.
Cheers.
Woo! And we met this nice guy, Kurt. Ended up throwing his keys to the car and recommended this awesome barbecue joint that we're gonna go check out. Kurt, man, you're awesome. Thanks a lot. This is super sweet. Cheers! Woo! Okay, so here we are. We're in San Francisco now, and it's nice to be tied back up to a dock. The crew has left, so Tanny and I, we have the boat to ourselves once again. And so we've been just reorganizing, putting things back the way they were before we left. And it's nice to kind of have a peaceful, quiet boat once again. But we sure appreciated what the crew did for us. So that was quite the ride. So now we are in San Francisco, where the wind never seems to stop, and we're tied up to the dock, and it's probably blowing 17 to 20 knots just constantly. It's a little relentless, but you know, at least it's beautiful out. The boat didn't sustain too much damage. We got a few things that we got to tend to. Our inverter is acting up, so we have an electrician coming to visit here pretty soon. And the Dodger took a pretty bad hit from the boom and tore a big gash in it. So I have since removed the top of the Dodger right there. So today, it's our anniversary, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to hop on the ferry and go over to the city and check things out. Okay, so tomorrow morning we're gonna head on out of San Francisco Bay. We're actually up here at Richmond, but it's right in the back of the bay here. But we stayed here in Richmond a little longer than we planned, only because I needed a few repairs. Ramey is back now on the boat, so she has joined the crew, and we'll head on out in the morning. So it's looking a little rowdy on Sunday. There is some weather blowing down the coast that we're going to keep an eye on, but I think we have a good weather window to go ahead and at least put some miles under the keel. There's no fuel docks around here, so I've been having to go back and forth with some jerry cans and fill up the boat. Our next fuel stop will be Santa Cruz. So as long as we can do plenty of sailing, I'm not too concerned on whether or not we have enough fuel. So, yep, real anxious and excited to get going. So, anyway, all right, I'm going to get back to it and start putting things back away. So getting out of the slip this morning is going to be a little extra difficult due to the placement of these pilings. And the front is no better. We have a boat dead ahead. So what I'm going to do today is something I've only seen in the textbooks, and that will be run the aft spring line forward to a cleat up here, then back to the boat. And in doing so, hopefully we can spring the bow out and around chaos here, and we can make a nice clean exit. So I haven't tried it yet, and I'm actually really excited to try a new technique on leaving a slip, because back in Blaine, as you know, all we had was just the normal typical, you know, bow in entry. So today it should be fun. We're going to learn something new. It's going to be made a little bit more complicated because the winds are coming out of the east over here and really trying to keep our bow pushed into the dock here. But I think it'll go okay. We're going to try to get out of here before the winds pick up too much, because they really start to howl probably starting around 11 or noon. And right now it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So we're all showered up, going to fire the boat up and get on out here. Tight. We're going to see if this will pop out. There she goes. Okay, get ready.
Start letting it out?
Let it out. Textbooks were right. Sweet. That couldn't have worked better. So that was pretty cool that it worked on the first try and without any real faults. So I was a little nervous about it, you know, doing it our first time, but it was pretty cool. So another feather in our hat there, babe. Good job.
You too?
We're gonna go to Half Moon Bay, which is right outside the San Francisco Bay, and then that way tomorrow that'll set us up for Santa Cruz. So that's the plan. And all right, yeah, just it's nice to be back on the water. Good riddance. C'est la vie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, early morning departure for us at Half Moon Bay. It's actually a pretty cool little place. I wish we would have got here sooner so we could have hung out and explored the area. Seems to be a nice, real protected little break wall here. We're anchored in 12 feet of water. So crazy population of pelicans here though. So the air is a bit ripe, but they're pretty cool to watch flying around. And so we got about 45 miles to Santa Cruz today. So we're projecting between 8 and 9 hours. So that's why we're getting such an early start. But like I said, it would have been nice to explore here a little bit more, but since we stayed so long in San Francisco, I'm just kind of really getting antsy to put some miles under the keel and head south. So got our coffee. We're gonna hoist anchor here in a sec and get this show on the road. Oh man, you see that?
Yeah, I just jumped off the water.
You can still see like water disturbance over there, so they're just under the surface.
Yeah, like their fins are flapping. Big tail.
Wow.
They're just playing over there or something.
30 knots of wind. surfing down these waves. Oh man, pretty wild day. Started off with just a long motor, and bam, the wind hit 20, 25, 30, even 34 knots of wind out there. We were screaming, and it was quite the wild ride. But we're safely anchored up now outside of Santa Cruz. You could probably hear or see, or both, the roller coasters and all the excitement behind us. And it's the first time I've ever actually anchored so close to a beach. But what a difference 40 miles makes.
We chased the warmer weather and we found it.
Oh man, it's super nice. Got the shirt back off and put some shorts on. So now it's time to drop the dinghy and get the dog to shore. And we'll probably go check out the scene here too. Sure smells good, so maybe we can find something to eat. Who would have thought that such a beautiful day could turn bad so fast? Shortly after taking this shot, tragedy strikes.